Alright, we've got a excuse me. We've got a fight going on down here. Yeah, she's going away. She's waving her arms. At least it's not this dreadful dog day heat we get here in July and August. Making things much worse, you know. There are advantages and disadvantages of living in this type of place. See, with the building on the other side, oh, I missed it. You know, people tend to come to their windows if they hear anything, or they're just bored and they're curious and they look out. And this is called the Quartier Saint-Rémy, and it really dates back to the Dark Ages. And this housing project is coming down. See, there's some people up there looking. And Saint-Denis was a walled city before the Middle Ages, because there were some barbarian invasions. And right outside the wall was this area called Saint-Rémy, and there was a church and a parish here. And down this street there's actually a small river, which is still there, but it's in, you know, pipes. Yeah, she's waving her arms again. Sorry, I should pull back. I don't know what to do. I'm not a very good clip maker, but I didn't expect to be at it this long. And when you're in this kind of place, which could be called a ghetto, but in fact has become very, very desirable, the prices here are very high. There's a lot of stability here. I mean, I see good gentrification going on here. A lot of our neighbors from 18 years ago have been here since we've been here, or may even be original tenants in this building, which dates from 1967 and is a private building. And across the street is subsidized housing. And one of the things they find statistically is that when you live in a place like this, crime rates may be surprisingly low. It depends on what's going on from time to time. Of course, there's a building which was torn down a while ago, and there was an ongoing drug problem there. But generally speaking, everybody watches everything, not necessarily for the most altruistic reasons, as I've explained in other videos, but there are a lot of eyes looking at you here, and it may be harder to get away with crime here than you might think. I was speaking of statistics. We could rent a private underground parking space in this building, or buy one, and we don't do it. We've only had a car for barely 10 years, and it's just a functional thing. But cars are better off, in this neighborhood at least, just being parked on the street, as long as you're not obviously parking them in a place where they're likely to get double or triple parked in, or there's a huge amount of traffic going by and things might happen to them. Because people are watching. And it's not necessarily because they like you and they want to protect your car. It's just that they're watching. You know, it might be their cousin or somebody they see breaking into your car, and then they might say, well, Freddie's got some money, I ought to hit him up tonight for that 20 euros he's owed me for 2 months. It's kind of that sort of thing. And the people in the parking garage here are always complaining there are various problems of, you know, crime, theft, flooding, fire, whatever. So we just leave the car on the street. I lived in the Lower East Side in New York for a while. I didn't like it. but when I first got there, that was the only option open to me. And it was quite impossible to carry any money around or anything of value, and not that I really had anything, but eyes were always on you. You know, when I would go to the bodega you could buy single cigarettes in those days. They were 5 cents each, or to get a can of beans or something. People would look and they would notice, you know, when you open your coin purse or whatever, is there a lot of money in there? And if the bodeguero could see that, you know, you're counting your pennies and stuff, you might be more likely to be left alone. And also it was kind of strange because I used to dress very provocatively, and people down there would usually just completely leave me alone. And then when I dressed more modestly, that's when I started getting approached and hassled. So it depends on where you live, definitely. It depends on the culture. I sure don't know. Well, this isn't a great clip of what's going on down there. And I have to go to the pharmacy and pick up some potassium syrup they didn't have, so I have a claim check to go get it before they close. Because I'm supposed to take more vitamins and minerals and... okay. Alright, see you later. Bye.